stuff to talk about.
Hello? What is this? Yeah?
This is me streaming and weighing in on the grifter situation. So, I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get in here.
In here? Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can go over there. Are there people over there?
You don't have to go over there. It's fine if you're here. There's just stuff I want to talk about.
It wasn't me.
Including you.
Huh? Including me.
Yeah. Just gonna talk about a little bit of everything.
Okay. Who's here?
Just so you know, you can
Wait.
be heard.
So everybody can hear me? I'm glad I didn't just say nothing stupid.
Yeah,
Come on, Power.
it wouldn't be the first time.
Well, of course not. I'm on the phone. Hold on.
I'm gonna kind of just go over everything. How's it going, everybody? We got 3 people watching now. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Apollon Campground. This is my personal channel to weigh in on all the grifter shenanigans. Oh, hey, it's Harley. Hello, hello. And yes, you guys can join in on the Discord call and just know that anything you say is going to get put on the stream. So your voice, it's fine. Who else do we have in here? Becca, are you in here yet? Karen, are you in here yet? Oh, we got 4 people. Uh-oh, watch out, I'm big timing it now. I got 4 people watching. Alright, so, you know what, let's just go ahead and start. So, I'm gonna go over where I've been. I know that a couple people have been like, hey, I've seen Apollo pop in, I've seen him pop out of Harley's chats, and kind of wondering what's been going on. So I've just recently gotten a new job that put me in a position of importance, so I'm just constantly working. So that's where I've been. I've just been super busy with working and doing all that crap. The next thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about all the stuff that I've seen over the past few months. So I've seen people come and go in and out of the Discord, whether it being told to leave or choosing to leave on their own accord. Um, so with that, I want to talk about first off the Steven from Machete Squad situation, because there's been a few things that have been said that I just kind of want to address. Um, so I was notified and then went and did some research into some stuff that was brought up to me. Apparently, Steven was put all over Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms, for those who don't know, is a site where a lot of people talk about different forums and threads and lolcows and all kinds of different stuff, grifters, etc., etc. The issue that I have with somebody being a less than or more than average user. So in term, what I mean by that is more of a figure than your average person. Apparently, Kiwi Farms ended up looking into Mr. Steve from Machete Squad and found out some things. I'm not going to go into any detail about that. But what ended up happening was I saw some information and said, hey, look, if we could have a chat, that'd be great. And that chat was about his involvement with Kiwi Farms and overall his involvement with some events that happened. I tried to be as respectful as possible, kept it very professional, in my opinion, and just talked to him about it and said, hey, look, because of your involvement with Kiwi Farms, I'm feeling the due diligence to go ahead and offer you a choice, because Kiwi Farms is also a known place where doxing happens, and I don't want to have anybody in the community that I'm supposed to be the head admin for or the arbiter, I guess, for. I don't want them getting caught in the crossfire if there's an active war zone between Steve and Kiwi Farms. And so I didn't want anybody getting doxxed. I wanted to keep it as safe as possible. And so I asked him, hey, look, if you and your people could either leave, I could do it behind closed doors, or I could just do it out in the open. It's up to you guys. And he said, just go ahead and do it behind closed doors. Go ahead, ban us, kick us, do whatever. Immediately afterwards, he ended up calling me an F slur and calling me retarded and stuff like that. And the only thing that I'm going to bring up is I kept it professional. I was very upfront about everything, sure, but it's all in efforts to keep the people who I'm supposed to lead in some aspect safe. That's all. And so to just make ad-hom attacks, it's kind of funny. But if you could not, that'd be great. If not, it's whatever. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Villainous Masterminds channel. Apparently there's been a falling out between VM and my time with Harley. I don't know much about it, but the reason why I'm bringing up VM is because
Wait, there's no falling out.
there's not.
Not that I know of.
Well, that's not what you told me. Apparently there was a falling
I
out
don't
between you
there
and
there's not a falling out between me and them. There is a misunderstanding where somebody thinks that something that I said had different intentions. But other than that, there's not been any words, there's not been any exchange of anything at all.
right, and so that would be a distancing, right?
I mean, we were never really. I mean, we were never affiliated to begin with, but I haven't really done much of anything for over 6 months now. I've barely talked to any of them just because I distanced myself from everything. But that's all that's happened is there's somebody misunderstood, took something I said, and
And ran with it. Okay.
added intentions to it. Yeah, that's it. But I have no hard feelings. I'm just here existing, being happy.
Yeah, so the thing that I wanted to talk about that is, and this is also tying into another point that I'm going to make later. Um, I I don't have any issues with anybody from there, and I actually respect a lot of people over there, and would be more than happy to have everyone back. Which then goes into another thing. Um, Here's what I want. So I've been kind of tasked with running this Discord, right? And originally my plan what for the Discord was to be for this YouTube channel, and then the shenanigans happened with the other Discord that happened, and now it's kind of the place where you, Harley, have kind of settled in. Um, what I want to do is with this Discord, and it's fine to continue doing what you guys are doing. But what I want for the Discord is I want this to kind of be a melting pot. I don't want blood sports necessarily. I want it to be a place where instead of talking at people, we can actually sit down and have moderated conversations and actually talk to people. So if there's, for whatever reason, if Street Reheat decides, hey, I want to say my side of the story, I'm perfectly fine with it. Come on in, we can sit down and we can have a chat. Instead of having to talk at people, we can talk to. So I kind of want this to be not a blood sport server where we're constantly yelling and all that. I want like genuine conversation and productive conversation because at the end of the day, we're not getting anything done when we're just pointing fingers at each other. And wishing for people to come put hands and feet on me. um, so that's where I kind of want this Discord to set because I think it's going to be more productive. Overall, it's more valuable to the space. Which then kind of ties into where I fall into all of this. I'm going to be streaming more. I'm going to be making efforts to hang out in this Discord more, to kind of just overall be more engaged with the space. And so, like, if we decide, we being the royal we, me and whoever, decide, hey, let's have a conversation about this topic or this person, I'm willing to have them on, bring them on as long as we can keep it civil and be responsible adults and actually have a conversation instead of just yelling at each other or making personal attacks. So like if Vegamine wants to hop on, hang out, shoot the shit, just talk about, what's up with this thing today, or what's up with this stream, or hey, I heard that this was gone. Totally cool with it. If Harley wants to do the same, like she did earlier, perfectly fine. She went and corrected the record, and that's fine with the whole DM thing. I want this to be a space of common ground, and that's why part of the reason why I named it. So let's kind of dive into all of the rest of the stuff that I've seen. So I've seen a few things from Matt here recently where he has been complaining about people calling him PDF file, not pointing fingers at any certain community or group or anything like that. I'm just speaking to the overall troll groups, people who go in. I'm speaking to the ones who go in and say that kind of stuff. Yes, I understand confronting negative behaviors is always a good thing. But the way that he's reacting, which is to fall back and make mentions of harming himself, that you kind of have to take it at face value, because you don't know if they're genuine or not until the thing happens, and that's never a good thing to add on. And so I will be upfront about it. If I see anybody from here being the campground Discord, doing said activities, I'm going to remove you from the space, because I'm not going to. I'm not okay with that kind of behavior, me personally. The appeal to people's emotions is something that he does quite a lot. And so, yes, I understand why people are saying, "Oh, he's just blowing smoke up people's ass," and you kind of have to, because we end up falling back on to the boy who cried wolf. Woe is me, everyone's bullying me, help, help, there's a wolf, there's no wolf. Do it again, woe is me, help, help, there's a wolf, there's no wolf. And then, now, he's doing help, help, there's a wolf, and people are going, not really. I doubt it. And I get that. I get why people would be hesitant to give empathy or sympathy. That's been his kind of shenanigans over the past couple weeks that I've seen. Matt, it's probably not a good idea to do that, because people think that you're just lying, and it's not going to help your case to continue said behavior without seeking some sort of help. That my advice would be is go check yourself in to a mental health clinic. If you are genuinely having those thoughts, go check in. The next thing that another thing that I've seen is I've seen the clips from Almar's lives. What I don't know if they're old clips or not, but Street Reheat has been followed by a guy named I think his name's Beefer Bender. So what's kind of going on from what I've been seeing is there's just been A-logging from all of these different communities. A-logging is kind of an older online term where everything's being recorded and everything's being documented, and this person said this at this day, and this A-logging's fine, like archiving, A-logging, whatever you want to call it, is fine. So, because of everyone A-logging and archiving things, you have to be consistent in what you say. And try not to be hyperbolic, especially whenever you're trying to lead a community where you're trying to expose the truth towards somebody. And in reality, what you're doing is you're just doing the same thing they are. So Street Reheat has a couple clips have resurfaced because of Beefer Bender. Beefer Bender has fully dived into the Street Reheat archives and has been doing a good job in terms of archiving and A-logging things. Um, and so that led to a clip being brought up about Street Reheat, talking about him spending $1 million on his merchandise that he resells. It's fine for somebody to go ahead and resell merch, like that's fine. I don't have any issues with it. I don't think anybody really has any issues with that aspect of the Street Reheat community, including Street Reheat himself. The issue is the exaggerations or the inflammatory remarks that are said. So, and I'm trying to word this as politely as possible, but I think at this point I just have to be blunt about it. Street Reheat, you are a liar. We know that you didn't spend $1 million on that stock that you have. You are being exaggeratory, and it kind of makes you look dumb whenever you talk about, oh yeah, I dropped $1 million on something, when you're struggling to replace a computer. You were asking your chat a while ago, hey, go ahead and donate so I can upgrade my PC so that I can make better content for you, which is fine. But whenever you're making comments like, oh, I've went and dropped $1 million on merch so that I can resell that and make a profit, it's kind of hard to justify supporting your cause. Whenever you, I'm sorry, but like that would be like if I were to say, oh, I dropped $1 million on some shoes to resell, and I still live with my mom. I go around asking people for money so that I can upgrade my computer and stuff like that. It catches you in the lie by itself. It's not a good look. Just straight up, it's not a good look. So Omar, just be more careful whenever it comes to, those, I wouldn't say out of pocket, but more exacerbated claims. The next thing that I want to kind of get into is what I want to do what I want to do with the campground, where I want to end up with all of it. So with the campground, like I said earlier, I want it to be a space where people can come in instead of having conversations at each other through each other's lives, and then going live to respond to this, going live to respond to that. We can just have a place where, hey, I want to talk to this person, and if they are there, I can, and it would be moderated, and so we can keep everything civil. That's what I want for the campground Discord. I understand that if this upset anybody, I totally get it. Because I know that a lot of you guys who are in said Discord come from Lifetime with Harley, and you guys are here to see her stuff. That's fine. Just know that this space, the campground Discord, is going to open up more and be more directed towards the overall space, grifting space, compared to live stream. I'm gonna stream more often. Try to stream more often, and just talk about stuff. It doesn't even necessarily have to be directly related to the grifting space. More than happy to hang out, talk music, talk cars, talk guns, whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm an open book. We can talk about anything. Hell, we could even play some games together. I've got a decent library in terms of Steam, so we can hang out and chat and stuff like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a schedule for me to go live. And whenever I do, I'm going to go ahead and have it be similar to what I'm doing now, where it's just kind of, I hop on, I'm playing, like right now I'm playing TCG Card Shop Simulator, just in the background. It's just something for me to do while streaming, and kind of give you guys something else to look at. You guys can mute me and watch the gaming den continue to get bigger. But yeah, that's kind of where I want to end up at. And like I said, if it pushes some people out of the campground Discord, I do apologize. That's kind of the direction that I want to see it going in. I think overall it's just more beneficial to operate that way. So yeah, that's about it. So. But in the meantime, hang out and if you guys want to, I can throw a link to the campground Discord in the chat. You guys are more than welcome to join and hang out and come chat if you guys want to. Harley, I see you're still here in the Discord. You want to talk about anything? I guess not. You know, I'm kind of not feeling Card Shop Sim. Let's see. Sure, I'll log on to League. We'll play some League of Legends and just hang out and chat. So, yeah. Yoink. Move that over here. Type in my password. you guys have anything specific you guys want to talk about, feel free to ask in the chat. I'm more than happy to hang out. Oh, are you not hearing anything? No way. There's no way that this hasn't had audio this entire time. Let's see. If I do this, is this any better? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Don't tell me that I've been streaming this entire time and the audio's been screwed up. If I do this. Hang on, I'm working on it. Let's see. Gotta love being a small-time YouTuber. Ooh. Let's see. Okay. Fiddle around with some settings. What is going on? Sorry, I'm still trying to get a hold of this. Here, I wonder if... See, what's really dumb is I know that you guys can hear me clicking my mouse. Do I need to turn this up? Hello, hello. All right. You know what? We're just gonna kind of roll with it and see if that works. So how much have you guys missed? I hope. I really hope I didn't screw this up. You know what? We're just gonna kind of roll with it and see if that works. So yeah, I'm still new to OBS and trying to figure out everything. I hope. I really hope I didn't screw this up. You know what? Okay, I have to mute that. But let's see. Sorry, I'm dog shit with this. Because I want to turn my gain down on my mic, just so then you guys don't have to hear clicking all the time. Yeah, perks of being a newer streamer. Always got to fiddle around with the settings and all that. But can you guys hear me better? Newer streamer. Always got to fiddle around with the settings. Can you guys hear me? You know what? I think I'll just let it run. What is going on? That's so weird because, like, I've got my suppression on my mic turned down to 0. Like, everything comes through. And then, let's see. Whatever.
Fear is the first of many foes.
I'll figure it out later. So, how long have you guys been here for in terms of the stream? Because I hope that I didn't screw this up and have it be... What the hell's going on? Close. Sorry. Okay. I'm starting to fiddle around with stuff, and we'll see if I can fix it. Okay. So I've kind of gone over what I want to do with the campground Discord and what I want to do in terms of this YouTube channel. To kind of give a brief summary, what I want to do with the campground Discord is I want it to I want to end up kind of being a mutual space where everybody can show up and hang out and talk, and instead of talking at people, we can talk to people. And it'll be a space where we can go ahead and sit down and actually have a conversation, and hopefully be more productive because it'll be moderated. It'll also be a space where we're not going to tolerate any sort of negative behavior, whether that be slurs, doxing, not just following the rules that I already have established in that server. And so what all I'm doing is I'm going to try to stream more consistently, and if people want to come hang out and talk about whatever topic it is, they're more than welcome to. And what I'll end up doing is I think I'm going to be more active in terms of voice chats in the Discord, and be streaming, hanging out, doing whatever, trying to get panels hosted and, you know, conversations scheduled, that kind of thing. That way everybody can, you know, instead of talking at each other through, hey, I'm going to go live responding to your last live, you guys can actually just sit down and have a conversation. This all stems from me watching what's going on and we're doing nothing but archiving and logging what everyone else is doing. And sure, it's good to have archives and logs and all that with the amount of lies that have been coming out, but it doesn't do anything beneficial to move forward. And so that's kind of where I've ended up. And yes, I'm perfectly fine with Harley's community being here. I'm also going to extend the invitation, I guess, over to Villainous Masterminds, Street Reheat. If they want to show up, that's fine. But as soon as I find out that there's like any doxing going on, or like trying to personally attack somebody and their family or anything like that, that's out of the window. Hell, even if Matt wants to show up, I'm good with that. I think a lot of people would be interested in actually having a space where you can sit down and talk with him. And that gives an opportunity for real progress to happen. Oh, he should have autoed the Soraka there. The Ignite goes out. He misses the Q. Hell yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
The West monsters were once human.
Neither death nor mercy are granted lightly.
An enemy has been slain.
But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on how I want to go about things? Any thoughts, suggestions, recommendations? And who knows, maybe I'll eventually figure out how to work OBS to where you guys can actually hear me.
Beneath my wings, the Sunborn joined me in immortality. Now, beneath my blade, they must die.
Hello? Don't tell me that I've screwed up the audio again.
As I bound my kin, they were mortal again, for a moment. But it is past, and they are lost.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think actually having an opportunity to sit down and have a real conversation compared to just reacting would be the most beneficial thing in terms of productivity. Now, I highly, highly doubt that Matt actually would. But
An ally has been slain.
if he were to want to request to come on, sure. I have no issue with that. As long as all of the rules are being abided by, that's 100% fine with me.
Broken gods, bear the burden you could not.
An ally has been slain.
I think just in general, what I've been kind of seeing is everyone's going and pointing fingers at everyone else. I'm not saying that Matt's justified in any of the stuff that he's been doing, but Jesus, I'm playing so bad right now. I'm not saying that he's justified in any of the actions that he's been doing. I'm not saying that that I condone any of the actions. I just think that we're kind of all going, you're the problem, no, you're the problem, and we're not getting any closer to actually fixing any sort of problem. And so to have a space where everyone can actually sit down and go, hey, what are you talking about when you're saying shit like this? I think that is just overall a better atmosphere. And I think it leads to more productivity.
I seek the Sunborn, whose veins run with rot. Mortal and monster, both too deadly to spare. My
I ignited the wrong person. No. I'm playing so bad right now.
Shut down.
madness will not show what must be done. Silence, war. Those who look with darkened eyes see only
Of course I get it again. I'm playing so bad right now. But yeah, I think I would actually. I think it leads to.
Ally has been slain.
Excuse me. I think it leads to more beneficial environments overall. Being able to actually sit down and have real conversations with people instead of talking at people.
Enemy
I guess I
killing
counterpicked
spree.
myself in this game.
An enemy has been slain.
Whatever. It's
Ascend,
norms.
darken. I am the blade between.
Yeah, I agree, Becca. I think it's gonna be a fun way of hearing the opposite side. And I think it leads to situations where we can actually fix issues instead of going, you're the problem, no, you're the problem. And like I said, it's just,
An enemy has been slain.
the invitation will be there. It's on everyone else, whether they accept or not. So. And I highly doubt that somebody like Matt would.
Killing spree.
Because what ends up happening is when liars are told, hey, let's actually sit down and have a conversation, they're going to refuse almost every time. And the reason being is the other side's going to go, hey, you need to present evidence for your claim. And what'll happen is they'll get exposed as a liar. Holy shit, I'm 3 levels down.
Even the divine carry wounds which cannot
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Exactly. They won't join unless they can control the narrative, and setting up a space like this sets up an opportunity to force them to have to actually respond to their own, for a lack of a better term, bullshit.
An enemy has been slain. Down.
They take pride in slaughter. They deserve all that comes next.
And I think having a space will, like that, will allow the people who don't know that a lot of the stuff they're saying is bullshit. What'll happen is they'll get presented with the evidence of, hey, no, this person's lying, and that will give the opportunity to actually sway opinions instead of going, no, check out my last live stream. Being actually engaged with the conversation ends up being a lot more persuasive. And I think this space needs something like that.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
I am playing so bad right now. But yeah, that's kind of all I've wanted to get into. Kind of explain where I want to have things end up going, and kind of offering that space.
If I must. infinite lives to give.
It allows a space to squash the beef.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Fallen gods mistake their ruin for glory.
And this is the original intentions with the campground. Now, granted, I did present it more blood sporty, but
I could fell thousands.
the original purpose was to have a space where both sides can actually have a conversation,
Your turret has been destroyed.
and I just want to re-emphasize that.
An enemy is dominating. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Won't last a day.
Sucking butt on League of Legends. Yes, get me out of this game. No! Dude, I'm playing so bad right now. I did counterpick myself.
Victory.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Killing spree.
Are past hope.
An enemy is godlike. Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
Wrath meets ruin.
Hey, I can buy my first item. Whoopee. Look at that, I didn't run it down that time. Phew.
An ally has been slain.
So,
They will suffer, and the world will be safe.
An enemy is legendary. An ally has been slain.
Let them remember what it means to bleed.
Defeat.
But yeah, I guess in a way I'm tired of seeing us just looping. Us being the grifter space. So I think that's gonna do it for me. Maybe next stream I'll have my settings finally done right. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But thanks guys for stopping by. I appreciate you guys, and feel free to join the Discord.